Feeling good, feeling great, yeah. Feeling good, feeling great. We're hanging, hanging with Hurt. We're hanging. Welcome to the show. We're hanging, hanging with Hurt. We're hanging.
What's up, everybody? I'm Frank Thomas, and this is Hangin' with Hurt, where I go one-on-one with the best in sports and entertainment. Today's guests joined Lovie Smith as the only Bears head coaches in the Super Bowl era to go to the playoffs twice in their first 3 seasons. Matt Nagy led the Bears to a 12-4 record en route to a 2018 NFL Coach of the Year, and his 28 wins as head coach ranked 7th in franchise history. But the last 2 seasons, the Bears are just 16-16. However, after selecting Justin Fields in the 2021 NFL Draft, the national spotlight is on the Bears once again. It's Bears head coach Matt Nagy, like you've never heard him before, on this edition of Hangin' with Hurt. Coach Nagy, welcome to Hangin' with Hurt.
Thanks, Frank. I appreciate it. This is awesome. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I want to start with something a little different for you. You know, you played quarterback in college at the University of Delaware, and you also played in the Arena Football League. I'm sure people in Chicago don't even know that. And you passed for over 18,000 yards. And it kind of gave me the reason to ask this question. Do you see the Bears in the near future running that type of offense, quick, getting rid of the football, making things happen quickly?
Yeah, I think, I was being able to learn from Coach Reed in that West Coast offense. We always talk about the extension of the run game is the quick passing game. So any of those 3-step slants, the stick routes by the tight ends. So we've done a fair amount of that recently in the last couple of years. And I know everyone always jokes about we got to run the ball more. But and that's for real. You got to be able to do that. But it's certainly a big part of getting the ball out quick and really those body shots to the defense and being able to take away that quick game passing.
Is that the biggest transitioning to the NFL, mixing the run and pass 50-50 as much as possible?
Yeah, what you want to do is you want to be able to not have tendencies. You don't want to have tells. And when a team thinks you're running, you want to go play action. When a team thinks you're passing, you want to maybe spring a draw on them. But that's probably the biggest challenge, and then making sure that your players understand what you want your identity to be.
Could you take me back to draft night when you were able to get Justin Fields with the 11th pick?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was, you never know, Frank, how it's going to go with who's going to be there, what teams are going to try to jump you. Are teams going to trade you or not? You have some pre-draft talks the day of the draft with the GMs. Ryan Pace and these GMs go back and forth and they talk about, what ifs. And so when it actually happens, it's an amazing rush, and you get to the point where a guy that you want in such a great way of Justin Fields is sitting there for you. Now you just need the team to accept your trade. And once they accepted it, I would, just for all of us to be able to experience the being in the draft room and just feeling that excitement that we had. I think probably from what I'm hearing, a lot of the people that saw the Chicago Bears are making a trade up to that pick. We're all pretty excited. And now it's like, okay, they're making the trade, but who are they going to get, right? And when we got Justin, I think you could feel the excitement and the joy that everybody has. And now it's our job to develop them.
Well, I wish you had been at my household. Little Frankie said the day before, I hope the Bears can get Justin Fields. And I said to him, I don't think he's going to last that long in the draft. And when that name was called, he sprinted around the house like 4 or 5 times going, let's go. It was unbelievable. This buzz is not local. It's national. Expectations are high, but the Atlanta prize prospect like that had to make you guys feel great in that war room.
It does. Because, again, Ryan and I have been through 4 drafts together now, and this is our first draft where we've been together and on the quarterback position, and that part is fun. When you're together on a quarterback that you want. And Mitchell, for us, for me coming from Kansas City and being able to come in here with Mitchell, I was really proud of Mitchell and what he's done. And again, things happen for a reason, and he's going to move on and have a great career. But it was exciting for us this year together, for Ryan and I, to be able to go get Justin and now be able for us as coaches. I explained the importance, like, listen, Ryan drafted this guy. We drafted this guy. It's our job as coaches to develop. And now everybody, what's the plan? And when is he going to play? Well, we'll find out, and I know that's the $1 million question, but trust me, we all want the same thing. We all want to see Justin Fields succeed and be the Bears quarterback and franchise quarterback for a long, long time. And we'll see when that happens.
I want to ask you about the development of Justin Fields. I know everyone in the town is thinking right away he's going to jump on the field and be your starting quarterback. I know better than that. You know better than that because of the game speed. You had to get used to that. In your mind, what does he have to show to be on that level to be your starter for the Chicago Bears?
Yeah, so, I mean, if everybody was to come out right now and just watch where we're at as an offense, when you watch a guy like Andy Dalton get in the huddle, break the huddle, get up to the line of scrimmage and run a play, it's different than Justin right now. And that's no discredit to Justin. That's normal. I went through it in Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, it was not easy for Patrick in rookie mini camp, in training camp, the first couple of weeks of the season. These guys are just learning how to call a play in the huddle. They're learning how to take a snap under center. The other day in OTAs, Justin's trying to learn the timing of when he brings the guy in motion. And if we want a quick ticket and have the guy hit the motion and run a shallow cross on the run, instead of letting him stop and then go, there's a difference to bringing a guy in motion and letting him hit it on the run versus bring a guy in motion, let him get set and then go. We don't want that. So as simple as that sounds, Andy comes in and knows for 10 years, I want to bring the guy in motion. I want to let him quick ticket and hit it on the run and not let him get set. Well, Justin's still trying to learn that stuff. And so those little things can take the play and make it just a little worse if you don't do that. So Justin's done a phenomenal job at trying to get better at that, but it takes a little time. And that's where this instant gratification world that we all live in, I get it, I understand it. But if we're real in this thing and we look at this thing and we say, what's the best thing for the Chicago Bears and what's the best thing for Justin Fields? We all need to do our best to have just a little bit. I'm not asking for a little bit of patience. And if we do that, this thing can get done the right way. And if we don't do it, the thing won't get done the right way. And then we're all going to be looking at ourselves saying, what the hell are we doing with Justin Fields?
Chicago's known for defense for so long. It's always about that curtain of defense that the Bears have always put out on the field. In your mind, you're an offensive guru. Have you and Ryan Pace sat down and say, hey, we really want to get our offense a little better than our defense? Have you ever thought about that?
Yeah.
Because that's where the NFL is trending right now.
100%, Frank. I think, and that's the tough part with this city, which I love. And we've always had a great defense here. The 3 years I've been here, it's been a very good defense. In 2018, we were breaking world records, and we got spoiled because that was a special year defensively. In other years here in Chicago, this city is just, they know defense. And what I want to do is, I think that's a great question by you because it's time that we get this offense back. It's time, and I love defense, trust me, but I love offense too. And I know our offense has not been good enough. And it's time that it gets better. It's time that we score more points. And if we got to score 40 points to win a game, then let's do it. I'm okay with that. And I accept responsibility for that. I will not shy away from that. And that's why I think Ryan and I are working together to try to get the best players in here that can do what we want to do. But we're ready to score more points. You're 100% right.
I'm looking forward to seeing the Bears offense in 2021. Time for a break. When we return, we'll do What If with Coach Matt Nagy.
Hangin' with Hurt is sponsored by Gold Rush Gaming.
Frank Thomas, the big hurt in my car.
Yes.
NUGENIX Total T. It's the real deal, right?
When I turned 40, like you said, I started to feel run down on account of
Because of your...
Right, your free testosterone levels drop.
Yep.
So what did I do?
I hope you tried NUGENIX. Started with a complimentary bottle, and what a difference.
To get your complimentary bottle of NUGENIX Total T, text SPRINT to 231231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels so you can trim up and stay lean.
Thanks to you and NUGENIX, I feel like my old self again.
That's great, man. And you know what else?
Oh yeah, she'll like it too.
Oh, that's my line.
Get your complimentary bottle of NUGENIX now. Text SPRINT to 231231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of NUGENIX Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast. Absolutely free. That's SPRINT to 231231.
Don't take a chance on another gaming company. At Gold Rush Gaming, we offer the highest quality of service and games in the video gaming industry, with unparalleled dedication and proven gaming knowledge. We are here to help you make your business successful. We provide the most efficient service possible, in addition to offering the newest games and upgrades as they become available to the market. You're always dealt a winning hand with Gold Rush Gaming. Reach out today and see what a difference the gold standard can make.
Here's what it takes to make the world's finest golf clubs. Unlimited time, money, passion. Start early, stay late, dream big, lose sleep, lose patience, never lose focus. Ignore what's been done before, ignore the haters, overanalyze, overagonize, never accept good enough until forgiveness, performance, and feel are absolutely amazing. BXG, nobody makes golf clubs the way we do, period.
This segment of Hangin' with Hurt is brought to you by NUGENIX.
Welcome back to Hangin' with Hurt. Time for my favorite segment, What If? Matt Nagy was a real estate agent before getting his break in the NFL. I asked him, if he could sell a house to any celebrity, who would it be and why?
Ooh, that's a good question. You got to sell a house to so I would usually pick an athlete. And I know there's a lot of, so many great athletes out there that you talk to, but I'm into I think the music artists are fascinating to me. There's something about that. And I love all genres. Every genre you can think of. I got I got 4 boys. They're all teenagers. I listen to every genre you can imagine. But I really love country music. And I think that Eric Church is pretty good at what he does. And so it'd be pretty cool I don't care about selling a house to him, but I just want to pick his brain a little bit and have him try to teach me how to play guitar.
Outstanding. Will you sell it in Nashville or Chicago?
Chicago.
Okay. You've been in Chicago a few years. What's the greatest thing about being the head coach of the Chicago Bears?
Well, first of all, I just think back to the first day I was hired and the chills that I had just knowing that I'm fortunate enough and lucky enough to be the head coach of a founding franchise. I mean, it's just so much history, so much tradition. George Hallis, Mrs. McCaskey to be our owner. The amount of success that this team in this city has had over all the years and trying to get that back, and just whenever you are a coach for a team, an organization, and a city that is so passionate as to what these Chicago fans are, it's just that's what you want. You want that as a coach. And so from the very first day I got here, you just hear the passion from the fans, from ownership, from the coaches that have been here, the people that just love. Everyone always talks about, and I know obviously with you having such a fantastic baseball career, you always hear about the Chicago Cubs and the Chicago White Sox, but there's the Chicago Bears that everybody loves. And I think that's the one thing that stuck to me when I was learning about Chicago is that there's a lot of different baseball fans, there's hockey fans, but everyone's a Chicago Bears fan. And knowing that I'm the leader of that, that's a big responsibility, but I embrace it. I love it. I'm open to the criticism. I don't think there's, that comes with the territory because when things are good, there's nothing better.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was one of my next questions. What is the most challenging thing here in Chicago? I know the media can be tough at times, especially with the beloved Chicago Bears.
Yeah, no, I think number one, you go into it and you understand that this city and the amount of people that are in it and the passion that they have, that comes with the territory. If I didn't think I could handle it, I would have never accepted this job. The media is tough. They are in a position to ask difficult questions when you're not winning or things aren't right. But you have to be able to answer those. And the fans, all they want to do is win. It's real simple, just like us. We all want to win. And so how do we get to that point? So 2 years ago, you go through a 4-game losing streak. Last year, we go through a 6-game losing streak. That's hard. That stings. And that's where you understand the frustration. But when you realize that it's, you learn from that, you callous yourself, and now you use that as motivation to get into 2021 to be successful. I think we got a lot of good mojo going right now, and there's a good vibe at Hallis Hall.
How important is it this year for you to get back to calling plays and running your offense?
It's very important because I take a lot of pride in that. And I also understand when things aren't going well, like last year, and I learned this from Coach Reed, and I believe in it. You always start with yourself. And people say, well, Why take the play calling back? Because I believe in myself, and I believe in what I can do as a play caller. It's plain and simple. I know I'm a good play caller, and I know that I can call plays. But it's also last year at a time where things were struggling, I got to accept, the responsibility and accountability that, hey, I'm not doing a good enough job. And I benched myself, and Bill did a great job. The players did a great job with it. And now it's time to get back on track. And I believe in myself. I know the players believe in me. I believe in them. We all believe in each other, and it's time to get back to getting back to work.
I'm going to relax the crowd and the fans a little bit for you. Coach, I don't know if you know this, but you are the only Bears head coach in the Super Bowl era to make the playoffs in your first season. How does that make you feel? Because it's been very challenging here. I've been here 30 years. And when you first got to town, it was so amazing to see what you did with that team right away.
Well, it was special. I'll never forget 2018. I'll always remember it. I think the biggest thing when I got there was I realized that the atmosphere, the environment, the building, there was a little bit of a mindset of like, there wasn't really a belief in how to win or an understanding of what it takes to win. And once we won a few games, they started believing in what we were teaching. They started believing in when as you know, more than anybody, man, when you got belief in your teammates and your coaches, it's tough to stop. And you might not be the best player on the field every time, every position, quarterback, wide receiver, defensive end, et cetera. But when you do it together, it's hard to stop. And we went 12-4. We won the NFC North, and man, it was rocking. It was awesome. And our players believed in what we were doing, and we won games because they believed in each other. Then we went to 2019, and there was these expectations from everybody, from the league, from the city, from our own players. And I think we didn't handle that real well, including myself. And we didn't play as well. And we went 8-8. We did not make the playoffs. And so that taught us and taught me is, okay, listen, you go from a team that is always hunting to now being the hunted. And we realized that after 2018, after 2019, we go into last year in 2020 in a different year with no fans. And we say, hey, it's time to get back on track. And I thought that we started out 5-1 and we put some things together. We were struggling a little bit offensively, but we were winning games. And it's hard to win in the NFL. And when you go 5-1, that's a good thing. And I wanted our players to understand, like, we're 5-1. Let's take this thing. Let's continue to grow. And unfortunately, we went the other way and we lost 6 games in a row. And we played some good teams, but we lost 6 in a row. And that's where I say, Frank, like, you get to that point, you say, okay, there's a fork in the road. We're either now, after 6 games in a row, we're either going to fold up shop and just say, you know what, the season's over, we're done, and we're going to be losers. Or we're going to buckle up and say, you know what? No, forget that. We're going to pull together. Coaches are going to keep their doors open. They're not going to close their doors and get to the whisper zone. Players are going to say, it's my job to be better. And we're going to come tighter together, right? Doc Rivers always talks about lean in. He says, lean in when things aren't good. And we did that. And we won 3 out of the last 4 games last year. We made it to the playoffs. Was it good enough? No. But we are building something here. And I think that's probably the biggest thing for me as a head coach is things take time. You go back and look at these organizations that win in the NFL consistently. It's not always something like it's a 1-year run or 2-year run or 3-year run where everything's 13-3 and peaches and roses all the time. There's some adversity you got to go through. We're going through that right now, but we're building a culture to be able to get through it so that we can win this year and get back on track. And we've learned a lot in 3 years, and we're really excited about 2021.
I hate to take you backwards to that first season, but do your mind ever wonder sometimes what would have happened if Cody Parker hadn't doinked that kick? I mean, because I was here and I'm a big Bears fan.
Yeah.
And I just felt this team was ready to win it all.
Yeah. No, I agree. We were. I mean, we were at a point where we felt like we were going to win the Super Bowl. I mean, think about that. How cool is that to go from what this team went through the prior years, right, to get to all of a sudden 2018, and you're talking about a team that's going to win the Super Bowl. You felt it. We were going to win the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
And we went, and the Rams went to the Super Bowl that year, and we got after the Rams pretty good at Soldier Field, 15-6, and it was a good football game, and it didn't happen. And you know, everyone talks about the field goal and the double doink, but like that right there is motivation. And now we're at a point where we know, like we understand now going into year 4 what we have in front of us. So we're ready to roll.
When we return, we'll circle the bases with Matt Nagy. What would a Super Bowl mean to Matt Nagy? And what's his favorite meal in Chicago? We'll ask Coach that and more next on Hangin with Hurt.
Hangin with Hurt is brought to you in part by PXG.
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40,
Let me guess, less energy, less drive.
definitely.
It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age.
Happened to you guys?
Yep.
So what did you do?
We got NUGENIX Total T.
To get your complimentary bottle of NUGENIX Total T, text SPRINT to 321321. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
That does it. I gotta get NUGENIX.
Just send a text for a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of NUGENIX now. Text SPRINT to 321321. Text now and we'll include a bottle of NUGENIX Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast, absolutely free. That's SPRINT to 321321.
PXG's world-class golf clubs are made for players of every skill level and budget. And now, even better news. We just made PXG for Heroes special pricing sharper than ever. And because Heroes are everywhere, everybody gets special pricing on most products. So what are you waiting for? Call us or visit PXG.com and take your game to a whole new level. If that's not fun, tell me what is, baby. PXG, nobody makes golf clubs the way we do, period.
Hi, I'm Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. As a 20-year former pro athlete, I've had 6 sport-related surgeries. Believe me, I know pain. Through the years, I've tried every possible remedy with little results. 50 million Americans suffer from pain every day. Well, now you don't have to suffer anymore. It's a new pain relief product that is made with natural hemp extract and profoundly effective. Ecoderm, the Big Hurt Pain Cream.
Hanging with the hurt. We're hanging, feeling good. Hanging with the hurt.
I want to talk about family. You know, you have 4 boys. How tough is it to balance the home life with 4 boys, especially 2 12-year-olds?
Yeah, it's it would be a lot more difficult if I didn't have a stud wife. Stacy's awesome. She's awesome. Now, I started dating her in 1994 when I was 15. And excuse me, I wasn't. I would have been 15, 16 years old. And you know, we've been together that entire time, and she's been unbelievable. She's you know, we're both from the East Coast as well, so just what she does to be able to handle taking kids to practice and making sure they get good grades in school. But when I'm home, I was given some really good advice my first year in 2010 with Coach David Culley, who's now the head coach of the Texans. He was a wide receiver coach in Philly with me when I was there. And he said, Matt, the one thing in this job is it takes you away from your family a lot. And there's a lot of time that you miss. But a lot of guys, what they do, coaches and sometimes players, is the missed time that they have with their kids, they try to make up for it by buying them things. And he said, if I could give you any advice, he goes, it's not about the presents, it's about your presence. And I thought that was pretty cool. You know, it's not about buying them presents. It's about your presence of being there at a baseball game, not going out and golfing with your buddies, you know, when they got a baseball game. It's about being there at a school play or being there to help them with homework. And so I'm a family guy, and I believe in that. And you and I saw each other at Libertyville watching our kids play basketball. And I know you're the same way. And I believe in that. I'll never change. And I'd rather be a better dad than a better coach. That's just me.
It's time now for Circling the Bases with Bears head coach Matt Nagy. Your legacy after it's over in Chicago, do you want to be known as a coach that won that one Super Bowl with a 500 record, or that coach that took his team to the playoffs consistently?
No, I want to win. Super Bowl, man. That's the top. You want that Super Bowl. Give me the Super Bowl. You know, it's plain and simple, because we'll work on the 500 record. And, Hey, you know this, right? You get into dance, that record doesn't matter. Just get in the dance and win a Super Bowl. Let's make it plural.
Well, Coach, you know we're in the land of the food, the best food in the world here in Chicago. I got to ask you this. If you can get one free meal here in town, where would that meal be in Chicago?
Wow, that's another good question. You put me on the spot. I do love pizza. I love steakhouses. I've been to all the steakhouses downtown in the city, or at least most of them.
And I'm sure they're treating you free. I mean, you're getting free food, right?
Yeah. Well, maybe in 2018, in 2019 and 2020, they're making me pay. But I'll say this. I'll do this so I don't make anybody angry. I keep it local up here in the North Shore, and I love going to Mavory and Lake Bluff. That's my spot.
Oh,
so I'll keep it local, and before I get into trouble with anybody down in the city.
Coach, I would like to thank you for taking the time to come out with Hangin with Hurt. It's a pleasure to have you on this show. I'm so excited about the new season for the Chicago Bears, and I know you guys are this close from winning it all. I wish you guys the best, and keep up that hunger, because I can just feel that hunger, and you're a leader, and I can tell it. It starts with that quarterback mindset of yours, and good luck to the Bears, and hopefully you guys win that Super Bowl this year.
I appreciate it, man. You know that, and I do got to tell you this before I get off. My wife would tell you, as a young kid, there's pictures of me, Frank, growing up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and I had that big old school White Sox jacket because of you.
Oh man, come on!
And I mean, it's pretty cool. It's awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, no, you were always. I was a baseball, basketball, football player, but when I played baseball, you were my favorite player, and I think it's pretty cool that we're able to do this together. So I just want you to know that.
Humbling praise for Coach Matt Nagy right there. Safe to say, I'm a fan of him also. And I wish him and the Bears much success in 2021. I thank Coach Matt Nagy, and I thank all of you for watching Hangin with Hurt. I'm your host, Frank Thomas. We'll see you next time. For the latest on Hangin with Hurt and for future episodes, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Hangin with Hurt.
We're feeling good, like we knew we would.
Don't take a chance on another gaming company. At Gold Rush Gaming, we offer the highest quality of service and games in the video gaming industry, with unparalleled dedication and proven gaming knowledge. We are here to help you make your business successful. We provide the most efficient service possible, in addition to offering the newest games and upgrades as they become available to the market. You're always dealt a winning hand with Gold Rush Gaming. Reach out today and see what a difference the gold standard can make.
Hi, I'm Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. As a 20-year former pro athlete, I've had 6 sport-related surgeries. Believe me, I know pain. Through the years, I've tried every possible remedy with little results. 50 million Americans suffer from pain every day. Well, now you don't have to suffer anymore. It's a new pain relief product that is made with natural hemp extract and profoundly effective. Ecoderm, the Big Hurt Pain Cream.